10 years I've been working on a big successful show. I had a title and a paycheck and lots of guys I know. The bosses came and told us we were done, the show is through. Now I'm unemployed and hungry and I don't know what to do. I got the hard copy blues. I got the hard copy blues. I'm looking for a job. I've got the hard copy blues. Oh, blow that.
Tonight on Hard Copy.
Hi, welcome to Hard Copy. I'm Terry Murphy.
And I'm Ellen Frio.
And I'm Barry Nolan. You're watching Hard Copy's 2000th show on this Friday, May 16th.
Hi and welcome. I'm Kyle Kraska.
But for those of you who missed our humble beginnings, Doug Bruckner has a crash course on the history of hard copy.
Hi, welcome to Hard Copy. I'm Terry Murphy.
From that very first show, with exclusive after exclusive, Hard Copy became the most talked about news magazine of the 90s. We brought you Princess Di's Lover, Nancy Kerrigan's Attackers.
If I wanted to break her leg in half, then I would have.
Polly Klass's Killer, and the Long Island Lolita.
I don't even think I'm sexy.
We reported from limos and the fanciest of suites, and from the meanest of streets, and from everywhere in between. We went around the world to China, Norway, and Scotland. From the heartwarming to the horrifying.
He had a knife this time, a butcher knife. He grabbed out of the back seat. It was about this long.
Some people liked us.
Thank you, Hard Copy, from the bottom of my heart.
And some didn't.
I'm upset with Hard Copy.
Wait, no.
Go to hell.
But they couldn't stop talking about us or trying to imitate us. But no one can copy this.
My personal opinion is that one sleazy show is saturation enough for the market. That's not what I do. That's not why Paramount came and asked me to do this show as executive producer. It's not what Alan does. I think that there is a tremendous amount of good work that can be done that's fun and interesting and even important without ever getting sleazy. Sleaze is an option.
I don't think that anybody would have guessed 5 years ago that we would be tying and beating Current Affair.
They're like the greatly loved but sort of notorious cousin that shows up at the family reunion, and you're just kind of going, God, I hope he doesn't do it again this year.
Are you sensitive to the charges that Hard Copy is a sleazoid, tabloid magazine show?
This is what I read at bedtime. Can you move this camera in here for a little close? This is what I go to bed with at night. You think I'm into tabloid?
I think one of the things that makes it work well is the people, the two Lindas, work harder than I want to.
One of the things we eliminated was a lot of the sex for sex sake, I guess you'd say.
We had an amazing number of stories that had to do with strippers.
I think I've seen my share of big-breasted women.
Special reports, breaking stories, and exclusive interviews help keep Hard Copy on the cutting edge of the news magazine format.
Hard copy is not mean copy. Hard copy is not nasty copy. Hard copy isn't dirty copy. That what we're out to do is now interesting copy.
Tonight on Hard Copy, Michael Jackson, whoa!
We would be in the, top 10 shows of syndication. Roseanne Arnold would be saying that, quoting us on TV and saying she watches Hard Copy every night. I mean, who'd have thunk it?
Phone sex is on the rise.
Yeah, let Hard Copy do it. Warren won't touch them.
And we have gotten an identification on the driver of the vehicle. His name is Kramer.
This is ridiculous. You did not see Carlene's parents on Hard Copy.
Oprah, Barbara, The Today Show, Hard Copy book, the works.
If you ain't interested, there's 6 other stations in town. Not to mention Hard Copy.
Hey, Bob, was that your daughter on Hard Copy last night?
Ain't nothing wrong with Oprah. I seen Oprah on Hard Copy last week with a picture of hell.
Clooney wrote to Entertainment Tonight, Hard Copy's sister show, and said, "No interviews with E.T. if Hard Copy doesn't leave me alone." The parent company, Paramount Pictures, responded,
Hard Copy will not be covering you in any future stories. Exactly what Clooney wanted. Then last week, Hard Copy broke the deal, and Clooney struck back, declaring his boycott of Entertainment Tonight. So now we begin. Officially, no interviews from this date on.
Now, the TV deals are over for 2 shows today. The plug has been pulled on veteran tabloid TV show Hard Copy after 10 years on the air.
Now on Hard Copy.
Wait just a minute. Is this the way you want to remember 10 years of the best tabloid news magazine on television? I don't think so. Jay, give me a newsroom. That's better. Now, roll that fucking ball.
Here comes the bouncing ball of justice. Tonight on Rock Bottom.
Executive producer Mark Monsky. When you need him, is he in his office or in the gym? Senior producer John Parsons Pedito. You'll learn the truth behind Christina and Jimmy Hoffa. Meet executive in charge of production Mike O'Gara. He's just a man who can't say yes.
Hard Copy, the special edition.
Hello and welcome. I'm Terry Murphy.
And I'm Alan Frio.
And I'm Danny Hardy.
And I'm Elisa Herring.
And I'm Valerie Hopkins.
And I'm Judy Park.
And I'm Miguel Enciso.
Hi, I'm Alan Frio. You want porno? I got good porno for you. I'm the king of porno. I'm Alan Frio. I'll see you in the valley. You want some real good bada boom stuff?
Well, Hard Copy, I don't like to consider it work, Mark. I like to consider it a way of life. You remember Holly Hunter in the movie Broadcast News? She had those little crying spells. Do you ever have to take time out for that?
No, but I am in that movie.
You are?
Yes, I'm the person who takes a videotape like 2 seconds to air and runs into all the file cabinets and stuff. I've spent most of my life doing it.
I see. So, and in one word, if you could sum up your existence here at Hard Copy, what would it be? What would that one word be?
Hell.
God! You're saying, oh God! Lay it in, Bobby, back up. They're gonna go up and the screen will be black, and they're gonna go to black because we're not there!
Whoops.
Whoops! Bobby, oh, God!
Anita. J.
Carl. Carl.
Take it.
I don't think she's gonna make it.
Linda, come on, baby. Come on, Linda. Give it to me, baby. Danny. Okay, let's get
What has been the easiest piece you've had to put together so far? Elvis.
Miami Blowback. Thank you.
We're working on an interesting story, a lot of meat to it, and it's an exclusive story as well. It's called Blowback. It deals with drugs in Miami. And basically what you're saying is that the CIA and drug dealers are in bed together.
I especially want to say that working with a man like Kim Friedman is an honor and a privilege.
And hey, how's it going?
Loving director.
And you know, I'd just like to say one thing. Take my advice, spandex.
How are you becoming accustomed to the Hollywood ways here in the
Well, y'all are all right.
Looks like
I hate waiting for a shot. This thing's heavy, Joe.
How far do you want us to go to different...
Let's go, Joe.
I'm not doing my drug. The things I do for my show.
Wait, I was dragging from the other end.
We're rolling. Polly, watch out.
Cut! Ah!
Mark? Okay. I read the script. Let's do a couple of adjustments. The Mississippi River thing. People go to the Mississippi River. Do they know where it is? It's David Duke-ish, you know. Let's change the location, the whole riverboat thing, down to the Amazon. Yeah, you got the piranhas, you got
Bertrand,
you know,
I've
Roseanne
completed
Barr
the Hamlet
has
script.
been seen there. 1 second, Bill. He's been seen there, okay? Ames will
Sire,
take
the
care of
production
it.
is on
Okay,
tomorrow.
I'm talking to Mark Twain. 1 second.
But
Okay,
sire,
Twain? You
it's
got
a
it.
masterpiece.
Yeah, the racism thing. Change that.
Bertrand, it's genius. The Hamlet script, it's completed. Please, please have a look.
Let's take a look and see what's
It starts.
what we got.
To be or not to be? That is the question.
To be or... to be or not to be... Do people understand that? Do people know what
Sire,
that is?
it's universal. It's the language of life.
I'm sitting in Arkansas and I hear to be or not to be. Am I gonna know what that is?
Sire, the
Tell you what, Bill.
mastery,
To be or what?
Tomorrow on Hard Copy.
I enjoy watching you. I hope to maybe meet you someday.
Forget Glenn Close and Fatal Attraction. Forget the movie Misery. There's a new girl in town and Doug Bruckner's got her.
I would rather win a date with your senior correspondent, Doug Bruckner.
He's had Terry Weigel. He did Betty Broderick. He struck out at the Playboy Mansion. Now Doug is going for a swim in a poor man's grotto with this woman.
I would rather have one well-dressed Doug Bruckner over 5 scantily clad California hunks.
Say goodbye to the dream dates and say hello to Doug's nightmare.
So Doug Bruckner, if you're single and available, this video's for you. And if not, well, you can't blame me for trying.
Tomorrow on Hard Copy.
5 Bruckner bonds.
Tom, turn down the fucking TV. Don't you know some people are trying to work around here?
Happy birthday, you're fired.
Did
we ever tell you you're our hero?
Jerry, can you give us a little rendition? Summertime and the booking is sleazy.
The walls have ears. Listen to the walls.
Now, you may think of them as those night guys, if you think of them at all. But they are the backbone of the show. The only guy who thinks nothing happens at night is Hard Copy's hard ass, and we mean hard ass, Mike O'Gara. We took a look behind the scenes.
What do you want to watch? Broadcast news or some pornos? Hey, porno! Hey, porno! Yeah. Don't you hear something?
Is everything okay in here?
Oh, yeah, everything's great. Yeah, sure. No problem. Yeah.
This is called reporter involvement.
I wonder if I stop playing with my hair, if they'll put me on the show. I wonder if I gained like 200 pounds if they'd put me on the show.
I wonder why I haven't slept with any girls in the office. Maybe I should do something with my hair.
Gosh, Ames is totally cool. I wish I could be like Ames.
Listen, lady, do you want the interview or not?
In a minute. I'm eating. Just let me finish this up. Okay.
God, I want to be like Ames. I want to be like Ames. I want to be like Ames.
I wonder if Linda Bell is going to be ticked off about what I said. All I did was say ass.
I wonder if I'm doing too many Bert Kearns imitations on this Christmas reel. He might get mad. Maybe I better try out my Peter Brennan. That'd be a good idea, man.
There is a dark side to life, unpredictable except for its cruelty. It arrives uninvited at the intersection where selfish lies collide with truth.
Wait a minute. Where the hell's the intersection where selfish lies collide with the truth?
Take me out to the ball game. Take good Morgan out to the park. Oh, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, we're out at the old ball game.
We got our asses toasted. 21-9.
I love when you talk dirty. I'm Doug Bruckner, and I made my reputation doing stories which some people on this staff find to be distasteful. Stories with lines like pulverized by a killer using a baseball bat, and women who think their supervisor was a sleaze, and horrified by the livestock freaks. Now, you know, people on this staff like Roman Rosales and Daniel Hardy, Miguel Enciso, Stuart Shook, Robert Del Monte, they all have problems with lines like these. But you know what, guys? I don't give a fuck what you think.
No way. Nah. Wait a minute. Whoa. Hey, Robin, Joe over here at Hard Copy. Is Frank there? Hey, Frank, Joe over at Hard Copy. Listen, we're doing a little recreation over here next week. You said you'd like to come out, maybe get involved.
Problems with your paycheck? Go see Terry Castagnola.
Problems with overtime? Go see Terry.
Want a raise? Go see Terry.
Tomorrow, Howard Stern and Terry Murphy? Are they broadcasting's new couple of the moment? First, Terry sent signals.
I like his look the way it is. I would like to see his eyes, though. He really does have very nice eyes.
Then Howard got turned on.
All I know is I'm laying in bed and that piece of ass, Terry Murphy. I mean, that's some piece of ass. That's a piece of ass. She said she likes my looks. That's a piece of ass.
Howard Rosenberg of the Los Angeles Times says it's the most repulsive game on the shelves today. Murder, rape, scandal, unauthorized bio, adultery, naked women, and more. It's all here in the new Hard Copy home game. Just look at what you get. A chroma key blue cyclorama, a limitless supply of sappy, sensationalized headlines, and even your own set of generic story scripts. Send $19.95 to Hard Copy Home Game, 5555 Melrose Avenue, Studio E&G, Hollywood 90028.
I'm sure I'm going to take a lot of heat for these.
Attention, Hugh Hefner. The national television audience had only one reaction. Miguel, Miguel, Miguel. Plus, they're the hottest hunks on tabloid TV.
My husband killed on this street! You people! Yes!
Now these guys are getting even more exposure. And we do mean exposure. Hard Copy gets lathered up about soap studs. Soap duds. Soap suds. It's a woman caught up in a hairy actor's web.
Watch out, Brad, watch out! She's obsessed!
Charlene, the Brad Pitt stalker.
He's on the air for a nationally syndicated news magazine, but some of his co-workers are saying he should be off the street. Jerry Panacoli's drive to succeed is impairing his ability to successfully drive. Now Hard Copy finds out what the people are really saying about this real-life driving hazard.
I had this crazy nightmare last night, and I had this huge satellite dish sticking out of my butt.
Mr. Panacoli's Wild Ride.
Tomorrow on Hard Copy, it's the shocking videotape the Paramount Legal Department is trying to hide.
Adam, come in the bathtub with us. Please, Adam.
The uncensored tape Adam Graham wants destroyed.
Adam.
Uh-oh. Find out how one good lawyer made one bad mistake.
Adam. Adam Brown.
Adam's Illegal Briefs.
Tina Sinatra will not be interviewed for here in Hollywood, where it's very tough to do a stand-up. Please, I'm trying to work. You wouldn't believe the smell.
This is HCTV for Saturday, August 19th, 1995.
Hello, everybody. I'm Diane Diamond, and this is HCTV.
That's right, Diane. You know, you're going to want to stay tuned because coming up, I've got Michael Bolton getting a cut.
But first, the Snake Pit gang can't stop talking about the new smart cookie in town, Alicia Silverstone.
As if she's clueless. I mean, signing a $10 million deal, I'm so sure. I don't think so.
Yeah, and at 18, she's gone from video vixen to being one of the top players in Hollywood.
And all I know is she should change her name from Silverstone to Goldstone because right now she's worth her weight in it.
Ham's pinch hitter, hamburger head.
Love letters from the Titanic.
Unveiling the mysteries of Sedona. Cookie Gate. Celebrity cell block.
The Wonders of Dr. Wu.
Seinfeld's Roadshow. Puppies for Profit. My Fight with O.J. Hollywood Guns. John, is he a dreamboat adrift? So now it's time to tell the story of a TV show and all its glory. A 10-year run, and now it's done. But for a decade, we sure had fun. A is for animals. We helped the lost and frail. There were horses, cats, and elephants, killer bees, and dogs. But the thing that caused the biggest stir was when we killed the hogs. The bees were fun for one and all. There was Broderick, Brando, and Barbie dolls. Big Bird and Barney were all that, bludgeoned by a baseball bat. There was Batman, Baywatch, and B-movie queens. Bert and Lonnie, too. But nothing beats this old bitch who told us what to do.
Shut up! Go to hell! Get out!
So many C words come to mind when speaking of our show, and I'll just let you ponder them and pause for a moment or so. They said she was too fat to go to the movies.
I called and they said it would be okay for me to bring my chair in and set it in the handicap place.
There was courtroom chaos that got caught on tape, and we were always there. But nothing can really quite compare to our greeting from singer Cher.
I just want you to know what a slimy, low-life fucker I think you are, okay? I hope this has sound. This is like one of my few things that I can do by myself. This is the town where I live, and you are a slimy, low-life fuck, okay?
All right. The death of Princess Di left us all in shock. Trying to find some answers kept us working around the clock. There were divorces, Danza, Big Daddy too. With 11 wives and 60 kids, this guy just loved to screw. There were devils, divas, and debutantes. We never missed a cue. And then a man named Dahmer bit off more than he could chew. Elvis rocked our world at sweeps, and earthquakes brought on doom. But nothing seemed to seal our fate like the boy from the emergency room. Fashion, fires, and Fabio kept us hot for weeks. But nothing got the ratings more than our stories on the freaks. A mummy's curse and lobster boy made us scream and howl. But Bigfoot's head in the corner store had some viewers crying foul. We got Gina Lee and the Baywatch gang thanks to cameras in the leaves. And when Mr. Grant dared to drop his pants, our ratings, they did shine. It seems that no one could resist that blowjob from Divine. The H brought us the heroes, the Hunks and Howard Stern. Tanya Harding, too. Hookers, hackers, and homicides, and the taming of a shrew. The I, you have investigations, how they put us on the map. But oh, those OJ interrogation tapes. Were they a load of crap? We dedicate the letter J to the man who wears the mask. Fighting all his lawsuits gave our lawyers quite a task. From his makeup to his music to fondling that little tyke. I think our viewers were so fascinated because they wanted to be like Mike. Kathy Lee and Kato were the butt of many jokes, and kidneys were our favorite parts to give to other folks. And being fair and being just was always our intention, especially when it came to tales of every Kennedy you can mention. The Long Island Lolita, that little tart, her story gave us quite a start. Taking Joey B into her bed and putting a bullet in Mary Jo's head. There was Liz and Larry, a wedding sure to fail. There were losers and lovers who ended up in jail. The L could stand for louver, those set pieces that were hard to maneuver. Now at the end, as we're all out the door, we finally discovered what those louvers are for. The M must be my favorite letter. Nobody could say murder better. Ministers and mobsters, Madonna and Monroe. And who can ever forget my buddy on death row?
I was surprised at your show and disappointed, actually.
You're talking about the hard copy program?
Yeah. I could see that on Current Affairs or Geraldo, but on your show, I mean, you know, your network has always been with quality.
Organ donors and O.J. Simpson. Now that's quite a pair. One was out to save a life, the other out to kill his wife. Porn stars, pinups, and so much more. How else could our cameraman score? Playmates, pushers, and that pervert Pee-wee. For what other reason would you turn on your TV? Hail to the queens. We've covered them all. Short ones, fat ones, the big and the tall. The queen of mean was the best of the bitches, but the queen of lean kept us all in stitches.
I watch hard copy.
Roxanne, Roseanne, and Resnick, too, made the ratings fly. But let us not forget the lovable falling rabbi. We had soap stars and shootouts and swimsuits galore. And when it was sweeps, we gave you some more. Supermodels, Seinfeld, and Son of Sam. Shocking therapy made us scream, hot damn. We rode in taxis, we talked with Trump. We found the ways to make our lips plump. Toupees that snapped on, and toys that could kill. With more stories like this, we'd be on the air still.
Yes.
With V, there was Vanna, Vixens, and Vice, Voodoo, and Vomit. It wasn't very nice. And those famous voyeurs who are now on the net were always such sick stories to get. Waco and Weirdos and Weather Severe. Wonder Bra women who made us stand up and leer. X-rated beauties always pass the test on how far we'd go to show off their breasts. We had so many porn stars they'd fill up a bus, and only they got more screwed than us. Y2K and Y Ames Yates. Whoever thought that fat fuck would rate? Thank God it's over. I hope you didn't snore. The only Z I can think of is that loony Zsa Zsa Gabor. We had some laughs, we made a friend, and sadly now it is the end.
Fuck you, Paramount.
Before it's news, it's hard copy. Always a headline ahead.
Hard copy. Hard copy.
At the Paramount Mine, you could see them arrive. The hard copy staff looking barely alive. For 10 years running, their shows on the air. But what was really going on in there at Hard Copy?
Hard copy. Hard copy.
Hard Copy.